welcome back to the 14th episode of DBD Sports Show. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok,
Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Everything you can at DBD Sports Show. Mm-hmm. So let's get right into it. So, Dom, Aaron Rodgers, the saga continues. What's new?
So some news came out with Aaron Rodgers just like, honestly, 2-3 days ago. We're recording on Saturday. So what is that, Wednesday? Around Wednesday, Tuesday? Aaron Rodgers said that he would be happily return back to Green Bay if Jordan Love, the quarterback who they just traded up to get in the first round in the 2020 NFL draft, if they trade Jordan Love out of the Green Bay Packers. Daryl, do you think he's overreacting, or do you think no, he's right for what he's doing? Or
yeah, so he's definitely right for what he's saying, but that is kind of like. That's kind of like
it's a little much.
Yeah, that's kind of like immature. It's like when you're in a relationship, like, oh, pick this person or me.
Right.
That's kind of like
really. I don't
extra.
think the Packers want to move on from Jordan Love.
I don't either.
I think they want to know what they have in him.
And is Aaron Rodgers scared that he might lose his job? You're the MVP. If you're on the team, you're the quarterback.
Yeah, if he said just anything, you should have said something about even if he said something about the GM, I would understand that a little bit more.
Yeah.
Than just saying, oh, Jordan Love has to be traded.
Even this past week, the GM said they're ecstatic for his development. So
right,
they're not going to move on.
Do you think Aaron Rodgers is scared? He's like, listen, I know you guys are really how you were saying they're not going to move on for Jordan Love, and they want to develop him. Do you think he feels that they're just using Aaron Rodgers to develop Jordan Love? So that's why they're not really spending a ton of money to get talent around Aaron Rodgers, because they're like, listen, Rodgers, Aaron, you're great. You're the MVP, but you need, honestly, I'm not telling him this, but, we need him to coach Jordan Love, basically. Coach him up to how to be a great quarterback. We got him for a reason. We really liked him. Honestly, I don't know why.
The Packers have had, arguably, 2 top 10 quarterbacks.
Brett Favre's right to Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And I do, because Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for 3 years. I don't remember the quarterback before Brett Favre, but Brett Favre sat behind him for 2 years or something like that too. So honestly, maybe after next season, maybe the season after that.
For the Falcons and then got traded.
Really?
His first, yeah, he played for the Falcons.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He got drafted to the Falcons.
And he got traded. Right.
I have no idea. But yeah, they could just be using Jordan Love for this. Yeah. So maybe Aaron Rodgers I want to stop them before I know that they are using me.
Yeah,
and
for 1 year.
And get Jordan Love on the Falcons. They played for 1 year.
And then got traded.
Jeez.
He was terrible.
So
quarterback.
What do you think what will the Packers do, but what should the Packers do?
Well, I don't know. They should. If you have to try to make a stand for Aaron Rodgers to stay.
Yeah.
So you gotta show that you're gonna try to actually help him win. After the draft passed by and they still didn't do their best job. But,
I mean, all they can say is we re-signed Aaron Jones for you, but he was already on my team.
Yeah.
He's already been there.
So they need to show more consistency and wanting to really try to put him in the best position to win.
Yep. I think they will. There's no way they're getting rid of Jordan Love, but they should. I don't know. They should. It's a toss-up because they should say it's just an older quarterback and a young quarterback. They should trade away the old quarterback to start with the young quarterback. But the old quarterback is an MVP Aaron Rodgers. Right. And all of these quarterbacks are playing for, what is he, 36 right now? Yeah. He has, 4 more at least more years on him?
It's only going to be, easier for a quarterback to withstand health. You know what
right.
I mean? All the rules are in favor of the quarterback.
Exactly.
So, if anything, he's going to play for even longer than we expect him to.
Exactly. So, and Aaron Rodgers has never had, a terrible year. He's never had one. So say in 4 years, do they really want – because Aaron Rodgers is going to start in Green Bay every single year if he's not hurt.
No question.
So them knowing that, are they going to be all right, we're going to have Jordan Love sit behind Aaron Rodgers for 6 years? Are they there's no point of them doing that. Or are they going to trade away Aaron Rodgers and he's going to go perform amazing on another team? Honestly, I don't know. Because say they trade away Jordan Love. Jordan Love was still not really first-round talent, but he was a first-round pick for a quarterback. Yeah. We saw what happened with Justin Fields and Trey Lance, how much teams gave up for a first-round quarterback. So if the Packers were to trade him away, they'd be like, all right, the Packers really like something about him. They traded up. They didn't even have a first-round pick. They traded up to get him. They can get a ton in return, which can therefore help Aaron Rodgers with either O-line help, defense, safeties, or wide receivers.
What are they going to get in return? Because no one has seen him play in the NFL. So,
right.
What blueprint are you going to get?
Right. And even when we played in Utah State, he wasn't all that. He was projected third round or something like that.
He was projected third round.
And I think it's crazy because the Packers even came out and said that this year they looked at every quarterback option in this year's draft. So are they even set on Jordan Love?
I don't get why they're looking.
Like, you have the MVP. You have the best quarterback.
That just kind of shows why Aaron Rodgers
other pieces. You know what Rodgers is going to give you. So, like,
they should have been looking at every wide receiver option. Like.
Exactly.
Bro, every
weapon you possibly could get for this man, you had to get him, and they failed.
And they got who did they just get? Who did they pick up? Was it a corner? Or was it a safety?
First round, I think they drafted
It was a corner or a safety, I think. And the kid was wicked fast, but he was short. I can't remember what school he was from. But yeah, like, I don't understand. Like how you were saying, they have a set MVP caliber quarterback every year in Aaron Rodgers. Why are they going to try and trade him away? Like, yeah, they're gonna get a lot for him. Exactly. But even though they're going to get a lot for him, they're not going to be the same team with Jordan Love as their quarterback. Yeah. Or say they have Justin Fields, or if they ended up with Mac Jones, Justin Fields, Kyle Trask, any of these quarterbacks, they're not going to be the same as if they had Aaron Rodgers. Because all these quarterbacks have never performed. Because even Trevor Lawrence might be one of the biggest busts of all time. I'm not saying he will be, but we don't know. He's never played a snap in football in the NFL. So why would you risk so much to try and, especially have all this come out?
You have that longevity.
Right. You know he's going to be a good quarterback for 4 to 6 years.
Like you're going from like a guarantee to like we think. So
exactly. I understand, like, say maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, they're like, all right, we're going to see what we can get for Aaron. We're going to draft a quarterback this year. We'll sign Aaron to a 1-2 year deal, have this quarterback learn behind him. Because there's going to be good quarterbacks every year. This draft was different because there was good quarterbacks. There was like 7 good, like, solid quarterbacks, maybe 5-ish. There's going to be good quarterbacks every year. And obviously, there's always going to be free agency. If they really wanted to, 4 or 5 years down the line when Aaron Rodgers, I'm not saying he's going to decline, but if he was going to decline, obviously not now, like, go for one then.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why would you do that when he's in the prime of his career? Like, why? I don't understand that. Do you think it's because they don't have an owner? And so that's another person that's not, like, really, not setting the rules, but not like another voice in the building?
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel like the GM is probably the most important.
Isn't the coach the GM? Oh, no, he's not. It's,
No, they have a GM.
I know.
The dude who Aaron Rodgers called Jerry
Brian Gutekunst, yeah. I forgot his last name. Yeah, he's not smart at all. Yeah. But again, like, the thing with Aaron Rodgers and, like, the Green Bay offense, Aaron Rodgers always says they don't have help. They had the number one overall, like, the number one efficient offense in the 2020 season.
That's him.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
what, 4 picks, 5 picks?
That's him and Devontae.
I feel like he sees, like, what he's doing with, like, a group that, like, he kind of had to, like, work hard to, like,
and he knows what he can do if he has help.
Right.
Because,
like Tom Brady.
I was about to mention Tom Brady. Like, Aaron Rodgers sees someone like Tom Brady get his way that fast. It's like, yo, you guys are clearly not doing what I want.
Mm-hmm. Do you think?
Yeah, they have enough to win, but he sees like the potential that he can do with more weapons. Like imagine Aaron Rodgers in that Tampa Bay offense.
Exactly, bro. They win the Super Bowl too. Mm-hmm. They win the Super Bowl too. But like,
it would be insane.
Say I'm Aaron Rodgers, my organization, or say any of us are Aaron Rodgers, or anybody listening. Say you're the MVP of the league. You're sitting down with your newly wedded wife or fiance, or whatever. They're like, all right, I just won the MVP. This organization has not done one thing for me ever since I've been here. Ever. They've never done something in my favor. And then I see my colleague, I guess, Tom Brady, the GOAT, leave his, not hometown team, but the team he's been drafted to, just like me. He spent 20 years there. He goes to Tampa, and they surround him with every piece that they need. They fill every single hole, and they draft. They fill every single hole and more. Right. And all he has to do is just be there, and they did that.
Signed everyone again. So
exactly. They kept every single person. And I understand Green Bay, like,
they did everything this man wanted, and I feel like
and more. They got Antonio Brown, and they got Gronk out of retirement. Like,
bro, now that Tom Brady did that, I feel like quarterbacks are gonna know their worth now. They're gonna try to do the exact same.
That's why, like,
but
quarterbacks.
Aaron Rodgers is the type of guy that has that power too. Mm-hmm. He's a proven quarterback in the league, 3-time MVP. Like, it speaks for itself.
This is why the Cowboys will never win a Super Bowl with Dak Prescott. No. Never. You can't pay a quarterback big money and assume every other position is going to work itself out. Right. The only way the Cowboys are going to win. Right, but their defense is one of the worst in the league.
Yeah, but like, they also added a lot of good pieces in the draft too. Michael Parsons.
They're not even going to make it out of their division.
I know. They'll get second.
Washington, the Washington football team.
Washington Giants.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Washington and New York.
Daniel Jones.
Bro,
Dak
every
Prescott's the
single
best quarterback in that division.
every single person on the New York Giants
far.
team is young. Pretty much every single person is young.
And they got
Then
Exactly.
Washington,
And also-
their whole defense is young. Everybody on Washington is young except for Ryan Fitzpatrick.
And
The
Giants
Cowboys aren't
have-
making it out.
And then the Giants have Daniel Jones.
All right, but they can replace that with another young quarterback.
Dak is like if Dak has potential to be a top 7 QB in the league, like when he's playing hot.
Yeah.
He had the most passing yards through like
Right.
4 weeks, even though
Right.
like
He was on
4
pace
weeks
for
after he was hurt.
Dak is different, bro. Dak is different. Dak's about
But
to carry
he
it.
can't be making $75 million guaranteed and expect to them to surround himself with talent. Like, yeah, they have great offense, but it's because they're drafting good talent. They're not signing people; they're drafting them, and they don't have enough money. And I understand for like Aaron Rodgers because the Green Bay Packers didn't have a lot of cap. They barely had enough to sign Aaron Jones. That's why kind of like it was a shock to everybody. The Buccaneers didn't have that much cap either. They were like right by Aaron Rodgers. But I think it's the fact that, listen, we're in Tampa, no state income tax. It's hot all year round. We have the GOAT at quarterback. We have all this
possible,
talent.
right.
Listen, we just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Come back. You guys got plenty of money. Like, we'll give you more signing bonuses. Like, the salary cap manager there is amazing.
Doesn't go off the cap.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they had so much.
But why
sacrifice.
can't Green Bay do that? If they really want to help Aaron Rodgers,
Don't go to
like-
those links. Yeah.
and it's different because the Buccaneers went out and signed Tom Brady from free agency, and the Green Bay Packers drafted Aaron Rodgers. What was it, 24th overall, 26th overall, 22nd, whatever it was, 20-something. That's still your guy. Tom Brady didn't win MVP. He won Super Bowl MVP, but he didn't win MVP.
Yeah.
Like, and you should be like, all right, if this guy just got all this talent surrounded by him and he just won Super Bowl MVP, yeah, I won MVP, which is great. I'm the best in the league, but Tom Brady is the best on the best team in the league. Don't you think, like, all right, like, just help me out? They're doing all this for Tom. Just help me out. Just do the signing bonuses. Like, I don't understand it. I really don't understand what's going through their minds right now. I don't get it. They have the best quarterback in the league, and they're not doing anything to help him. So I hope he goes. But I hope he goes to, I mean, he's going to go to the AFC. He's going to go to either the Raiders or the Broncos, honestly. I hope he goes to the 49ers just because it gives the Patriots a better chance of going to the playoffs. Speaking of the Patriots, Julio Jones. The Atlanta Falcons are officially seeking a trade for Julio. Do you guys think this will happen before the June deadline? I think it's like June 15th.
So I definitely still think I don't want to completely rule out that he's going back to the Falcons.
Yeah.
But I'm sure the Falcons.
They don't have money to pay him. They don't have money.
Obviously, look at their options first, like with trading them. Right?
Yeah.
I'm sure if they don't get anything like reasonable, they're gonna try to like figure out a way to keep him. But I think I was saying that like some of the locations that are most preferable. I saw Chargers.
So yeah, the most likely teams like with the best odds, the Colts, the Ravens, the Patriots, the Chargers, the Titans, and the 49ers. Those are the best teams.
So
The best odds.
He's making a difference in all those teams. But I mean, if that's a team that like could really end up like winning the Super Bowl with him is the Ravens, because
Bro, that would be insane.
Oh my God.
The Titans could be crazy too.
Yeah, but I feel like the
The
Ravens.
Ravens. Matter of fact, out of all the ones you mentioned, I'd pick the Ravens to be the scariest.
Yeah.
To be the absolute
Oh
scariest.
my god.
Because Lamar hasn't had any. Hollywood Brown.
If Des Bryant can get healthy too.
It's looking slow. Like, it's actually looking slow. Like
And they just.
I'd pick them. The
Mark
the Chiefs
Andrews,
last
Hollywood
year,
Brown,
yeah.
Sammy Watkins.
Texans now.
I didn't even go as far to say it.
You got traded.
Who?
Or you got released.
Who?
Mark Ingram.
No, I said Mark
Mark-
Andrews.
oh, yeah,
Andrews,
yeah,
the
yeah.
tight end, the tight end.
Yeah.
No, J.K. Dobbins is a really
Yeah,
good running back,
yeah.
though. They just drafted him last year.
They have the best run game in the league already, so adding the
Yeah, well, it's half
one of the
Lamar.
best receivers in the league. Shit.
So yeah, I don't think go as far as say if Julio's there and he's healthy, they could get out the AFC.
There's no way I don't think there's any way that he's going back to Atlanta because they barely had enough money. I don't even think they had enough money to sign all of their their draftees this year. They didn't. They're one of the teams that were, I guess, below what they needed to pay them. So I think he's going to be gone.
Which I'm kind of sad about that because I did kind of want to see how explosive that offense would be with Ridley.
That'd be insane. Oh, I would love to watch it.
I didn't want to see it for a little bit before the deadline,
Yeah.
I want to see it.
But the thing is, allegedly, the Colts and the Titans are the two favorite teams to get him. The Colts could be great, but the thing is, if they're gonna trade him, they're most likely are gonna trade him a running back.
No, Daryl, that might be.
Bro, I don't care. Once could get Hopkins and Diggs or Hill on the same team, I still wouldn't.
Yeah, okay.
I still wouldn't be scared of him.
All right,
You can have all of them guys, bro. You can have all
That's
of
a
them
lie.
guys.
That's a lie. That's a lie. But and then DeAndre Hopkins was at the gym, and this guy went up to DeAndre Hopkins, the wide receiver for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I would.
He was like,
I would put my money down.
bro, he was like, would you renegotiate your contract to have Julio Jones come here, bro? He was like,
who is this?
some random kid at the gym went up to DeAndre Hopkins. Was like, would you renegotiate your contract to bring in Julio Jones to the Cardinals? He was like, yes. Like he didn't say, he had like a GIF, but like it was basically like, of course. Bro, imagine DeAndre Hopkins and Julio Jones with Kyler Murray. Oh my God, that would be insane. But it came out today that Julio Jones is intrigued on playing for the Patriots. Also, the Patriots had talks within the organization about trading for the trading for Julio Jones. And I saw some of the trade packages. Like, it honestly wasn't that much. It was like a second, a fourth, a fifth for Julio Jones. Like, that's all we would have to give up. Even if Julio plays 6 games like he did. Oh, no, he played,
Was it 8?
9. I think he played 9 games this year. Even if he played those 9 games, bro, would you not want him just for giving up a 2, 4, and a 5? Also, I saw that we might give him Sonny Michel a 4th and a 5th because all they have is Mike Davis. Todd Gurley's gone.
Right.
All they have is Mike Davis, so they do need running back help. But how far do you think the Patriots could get with Julio Jones?
Well, they'll win that division. If Cam doesn't play well, they'll win that division.
They could win the division if Cam plays good.
Do you think they would have a chance going to the Super Bowl?
There's just so much talent in the AFC, bro.
I don't know. I don't know how people to win the conference, but
I mean, we obviously
against good teams, though.
we played good against the Chiefs. The Chiefs, we beat the Ravens.
That's what I mean.
Right. But, like, we went against the Chiefs. We got a fumble that was called not a fumble, even though it was clearly a fumble by Pat Mahomes. And then there was, I can't remember if it was a pick. Do you guys remember against the Chiefs this year? I can't remember if it was a pick or something else that wasn't called our way.
No, we just messed up. We took a sack.
yeah,
And that kicked us out of field goal range. Then we did it again. We missed out on, like, so many plays.
No, but it was something like the defense got like a turnover or something like that, or we got a stop and they called it the other thing. It happened twice that game. And we had Jarrett Stidham playing against the Chiefs. So we didn't play that bad against the Chiefs. Imagine a healthy Cam Newton or a good Mac Jones with Julio Jones, Hunter Henry, and Jonnu Smith. I think we could make a push to go to the Super Bowl with Julio Jones. Because say Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith, two top 10 tight ends in the NFL, right? Do you guys agree? If Julio Jones is on our team and we only have to give up a running back and 2 late draft picks or 3 late draft picks, we have our whole team with still a good running back core and arguably the best, when healthy, wide receiver in the NFL. The best cornerback on every team is going to be watching Julio Jones. Who do you think is going to have a field day? Jonnu Smith or Hunter Henry?
Yeah.
If they're watching the tight ends, who do you think is going to have a field day? Julio Jones.
Yeah.
And they're going to be playing deep all the time because of Julio. If Cam Newton's playing, Cam Newton can run right up the middle.
Yo, that's a force. I didn't think about that. That's a force.
Bro, come on.
Nah,
but it
yeah,
all
yeah.
I feel like
but it all depends on the quarterback situation.
We need to go after him.
If
No,
Julio
you see, that's a
Jones
big point right there.
if Julio Jones ends up on the Patriots, mark my words, the Patriots will go to the AFC Championship game. They will. But it all depends on the quarterback situation. If Cam plays good, if Cam
Matter
could be
of
our...
fact, with Julio, I definitely want Cam to stay at QB.
He said he wanted to play with Cam Newton.
Yeah,
He wants to play with Cam Newton.
I didn't even
But
think
he's
about-
33, that's
I
the
didn't
thing.
even think about that. What you
32.
just said,
Julio Jones.
Like Julio's Cam's style of play would match perfectly with that because you need a defense to be distracted by someone so you can have running lanes.
Bro, we're going to have 3 distractions.
Yeah.
And then Kendrick Bourne could get it done over the middle. And say Jonnu Smith. Jonnu Smith
we
be
have
taking...
Aguilar, too.
Huh?
We have Nelson
Bro, we have
Aguilar,
Nelson
too.
Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, Jacoby Myers, and
And Jacoby can have his own set of plays where he does his thing like trickery.
bro,
Yeah.
and N'Keal Harry. If N'Keal Harry, bro, this is a season,
N'Keal Harry's all bomb.
bro.
He's still a bigger receiver.
Bro, he's a big guy. He's a little bit smaller than Julio Jones.
Remember, he's never gonna see the field.
Yeah,
Like we're gonna go to Julio in that
but
situation.
bro, imagine Julio going deep, or sidelines. Kendrick Bourne and Nelson Aguilar, one of them work in the middle, one of them work in the sidelines. Hunter Henry is kind of like, not a dump off, but more of like kind of middle because he's more of a receiving tight end, but he can also block very, very well. Jonnu Smith takes snaps everywhere. So he's most likely, Jonnu Smith's going to be the guy either the dump off or he's going to be way downfield. I don't think there's really in between for him because he can do everything. So he's comfortable with everything. And then James White, Damian Harris, and Sony Michel, if we keep him, work in the backfield. And say Mac Jones. Imagine Mac Jones with this offense.
Right.
What offense did he just have in Alabama with all the targets?
Yeah.
What did they just win? Mm-hmm. The national championship. And he has a way better defense now.
NFL's a whole different beast.
If the Patriots get Julio Jones, how far do you think they can go?
If they get Julio,
they'll still lose to the Bucks, but I mean.
Yeah, they're not winning the Super Bowl.
But they could. I'll still even say they might lose to the Chiefs just because of Cam's inconsistency.
But I think
it's one of those things I'd have to see.
It's gonna come down to how the quarterback plays.
Yeah, I'd have to see. They definitely. There's no excuse to not be in the AFC Championship with that team, though.
Yeah.
So
at least divisional.
I think if you have to verse the Chiefs down the stretch, like Mahomes will probably just make more plays in the game, like. In the time.
I agree with that, but what did the Chiefs upgrade this offseason? Their line. What didn't they upgrade? Their defense. What did the Patriots upgrade? Offense, O-line, the whole defense. We just got everybody back,
because our defense too should have. Our defense, we talked about this off air before, but our defense before last year was like the best in the league. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And
we just got Pro Bowler Matt Judon.
We're getting back.
And everyone was
Hightower.
Yeah, and everyone was injured basically. Last year, everyone was either on a COVID leave or injured.
Yeah. And Patrick Chung retired and Jason McCourty's on the Giants. But we got everybody, all of our opt-outs back. Chase Winovich is going to be there. Matt Judon.
It could get scary next year.
Bro, we just revamped.
Don't let the Patriots get hot.
Bro, we just revamped our whole defense and just got every single hole filled on offense. If our quarterback is hot, there's no way we should lose to the Chiefs.
The only thing we're missing is a wide receiver one.
Exactly.
The only thing we're missing is a wide receiver.
If Julio comes to the Patriots, but you made a good point. I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago that the Patriots are so used to that 2 tight end set that we just might rely, and we're so used to having a small receiver like Welker or Edelman or Chris Hogan.
Put Julio in. He can play slot too.
Bro, imagine him. Bro, he's not dropping a thing over the middle.
Anything he wants.
He's not dropping a thing.
Bro, and what does a slot receiver do? He runs across the middle.
I hope he's
do you
healthy.
really, as a defense, do you want Julio running across the middle? Like, that's a big.
Bro, he'll rock you. He'll rock you if you're going over the middle.
Wow, Julio's not.
If the Patriots get him, it's more scary than the Ravens. I do think.
No, I can't go that far.
You think?
I can't go that far.
I like Lamar Jackson.
I think
Lamar Jackson.
I like Lamar, but I want him to like.
He can throw.
He can throw, but he just doesn't do it, so it frustrates me because it's like.
But that's not their offense.
And his stats. Who can throw better, Cam or Lamar?
Lamar can.
Okay.
But no, but
I'm more athletic.
Lamar.
Okay.
No,
Julio.
bro.
He throws less picks. Lamar.
No, but I'm saying Cam Newton. It's just like Lamar. I'm not saying Lamar's a great athlete. I like I like watching him play, but it's just frustrating, especially when we're going against him, because he has the arm, but he doesn't use it, and he can just run. So I think we could use Julio. I don't know. I think we might be more scary because we have a more full team. I think.
No, but see, the thing
because we have 3 running backs that are just.
What balances? All right, J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins is good.
He's better than every single running back on our team.
Yes,
he is.
I mean,
who's better than J.K. on our team?
What's his face through a whole year yet?
Damian Harris.
And he had almost 1,000 yards through like 9 games.
Damian Harris and J.K. Dobbins are almost on the same level. Exactly, and then we have 2 solid running backs behind them. They don't have anybody else behind J.K.
Sony is solid running back.
Sony, James White, if Rex Burkhead's still there. Oh, Rex Burkhead's still a free agent, right?
No, I think he's hurt.
He did get hurt. Yeah.
He's probably not going to
get hurt. So that's what I'm saying. But say they have Mark Andrews, who's
don't forget I'm sorry to cut you off. The Ravens also got what's his name, Rashad Bateman.
Yeah.
So
Rashad Bateman, Sammy Watkins, Hollywood Brown.
Bro, oh my God, I'll be scared. That's scary. That's scary in the pass.
Yeah.
Really?
Ready?
Dude, I like that Lamar and
Sammy Watkins, Rashad Bateman, Hollywood Brown, Julio Jones.
Would you take the Patriots defense now or the Ravens defense though?
The Ravens defense.
Really? I would take the Patriots defense.
The Patriots just based on like the scheme and play call.
I would take the Patriots defense, the Patriots coaching. I would probably take the Ravens.
I don't know because
John.
Is a really
I have to take the Ravens because they have nice DNs, Calais Campbell, Marcus Peters is better than every single corner of our team. Like they have good defense, but like our defense shouldn't be.
Stephon Gilmore? He's better than Gilmore?
Yes.
Oh, right now.
I think last year he played better.
What?
So last year he played better than him.
But who's the better corner?
Last year, J.C. Jackson played better than Stephon Gilmore.
Yes.
Bro, so we have two solid Yeah, bro, what'd you say? Marcus Peters? Marcus Peters is a good corner, but Stephon Gilmore is a better corner. He played better last year, but Gilmore's a better one, and J.C. Jackson's on the come up.
Right.
And, like, obviously I'm more biased because obviously we're Patriots fans,
that's
but,
true,
like,
that's true.
J.C. Jackson had, what, 6 picks last year or something like that?
More,
9 picks? Like, bro, what?
More.
Bro, he's better.
And he had the least amount of attempts thrown towards him.
Bro, he
Just
had
think about that.
he had a better season than Marcus Peters last year, and Stephon Gilmore won Defensive Player of the Year 2 years ago. They're both better than Marcus Peters. And we just got
Both?
Stephon should be.
Stephon should be. J.C. Jackson's maybe right behind him. He's right behind him.
In 2 years, he might be.
But no, I mean, I definitely see, like, because the thing with the Pats, I need to see how everyone comes back from, like, not playing.
Yeah, we gotta see
the
how
defense
they
comes
mesh,
back
yeah.
from, like, not playing a year, being injured.
And if we get Julio this year, it's what, 16 and a half, right? Is that his contract?
Yeah.
I think that's all we have left on the cap. 17, 18 million. So that means for next year, we have to pay Lyman next year. We have to pay JC and Gilmore next year.
someone's leaving.
I feel like Bill Belichick's worried about now. Like, if he wins this year, he's going to
he just wants to get a ring to
Bro,
Tom Brady.
I think, yeah. But I think I wouldn't be surprised if we traded Stephon before the trade deadline to get his cap, because he's going to want upwards of $17 million a year. J.C. Jackson's making what, 3, 4, 5?
This is awful.
Exactly.
So we could.
But no, I would rather keep, because I think trading Gilmore, because we would have to give up, say, they wouldn't just take Gilmore for Julio. I don't think they would. We would have to give up, say, Gilmore a second and maybe a fifth.
Yeah.
That's too much for Julio.
Yeah.
That's too much. Defense Player of the Year 2 years ago. Julio hasn't played a full season since 2018. And yeah, that's just 2 seasons ago, but it's still.
And he's getting older now.
Exactly. He's getting older.
So is Gilmore, though. He's up there, too. He's
Yeah,
like-
but-
Yeah, but he has more accolades more recently. He's played
Yeah,
better
I was gonna
recently.
say that too,
Yeah, I
like,
agree.
So that's what I'm saying. If we waited, still see how it's going. If it's going really well, keep Gilmore. Just let him walk in free agency next year after the season. If he's playing okay and J.C. Jackson, Mims is up there. Is it Mims or Mills?
JC Mills.
Jonathan Jones and why did I forget all of our secondary players?
Not from my head either.
I can't remember him. And we just got Kyle Duggar. He's, I think, a DB, but he plays more linebacker. He plays more like a Patrick Chung. He plays down more, and he played very well last year. For him and Chase Winovich being like the only like 2 besides J.C. Jackson, the 3 good people on our team last year,
McCourty.
they were opted out.
Devin.
He opted out.
No, he didn't.
Devin McCourty was not playing last year.
Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
Devin McCourty played last year, bro. I swear to God.
Devin McCourty?
The McCourty brothers did not play last year.
Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Devin played last year.
Devin and
Yeah,
Jason
they just had a
both
bad
played last
season.
year.
They
Played
both
all
played last
16
year?
games,
Yeah.
What? I could have sworn they did not. Maybe
Right.
maybe because they had bad seasons, so they weren't really
Yeah,
shown.
they just had bad seasons.
Oh.
Damn.
Who else is in our DB?
Devin McCourty. We still have Devin Mills.
Gilmore, JC,
JC.
We have some guy named
Jonathan Jones.
Justin Bettle.
Oh, Justin Bethel.
Yeah,
He mostly
He's a
just
role.
plays special teams. He's one of the best special teams people in the league, though.
We have
But yeah,
Adrian Phillips.
Phillips is good. Don't we have
Kyle Duggar.
Kyle Duggar? Don't we have something Taylor?
Oh.
Or I'm making that up.
King. I think there's a guy named King. Or
Hmm?
maybe not.
I don't even know.
His name's King.
What were we just saying though? Before we started looking up the. Yeah. So if the only thing is, I don't know who we would try and trade for. Say it's later in the season. When's the trade deadline? 8, 7, 6, something like that. And like early to midway through the NFL season, if Stephon Gilmore's playing good, we're gonna keep him around. But if J.C. Jackson and our other DBs are right behind him, and Stephon Gilmore is kind of playing like,
Might as well let him go.
let him go. Like,
then you need to
because we're
flip
going to
his
get a
face.
lot from him. Yeah, he's what, 30, 31, 32 right now?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's older, but I'm trying to think what would be a need for us. Obviously, we can't tell now.
Right.
What if we got, like, a power running back? What if we said, all right, we'll give you
Our
Gilmore.
power running back.
Not good enough though.
Yeah, but I'm saying,
We haven't
like,
seen him through a full year.
bro, Nick Chubb and Kareem
Well,
Hunt.
I
We saw what
trust-
they did with that.
Nah, but
They also have
honestly,
good targets.
I do trust Damian Harris though.
I trust David Harris.
I like
He's
Damian
shown a lot
Harris,
of
but I don't
flashes.
trust James White and Sonny Michel aren't that fast.
James White is good though.
He's good, but he can't move.
He didn't shy away from contact.
No, but James White is good in the open floor.
Open field.
Open field. I'm sorry. Like you can use him. Like he doesn't need to take handoffs. Like he's good at catching the ball and making plays.
Yeah, but we have 2 tight ends that are big bodies that can just. One of them at least can come back as a dump off.
But there was always a dump off, even when we had the 2 tight ends.
True.
Danny Woodhead.
True.
We had Shane Vereen.
But like, say we go, we'll give you Gilmore, Sonny Michel, because we saw what happened with Kareem Hunt, Nick Chubb, Jamal Williams, and Aaron Jones. Wasn't it like 2-punch? I'm trying to think.
The Cardinals, no, not anymore.
Kenyon Drake and
I think they traded.
Kenyon Drake's on the Raiders now.
Yeah, he left. So they had a two.
Now it's Kenyon Drake and Josh Jacobs on the Raiders.
That could be scary.
The Seahawks, Chris Carson, but they didn't really have 1-2. Trying to think. The Ravens with Mark Ingram and J.K. Dobbins.
The Jags. They have Etienne and
James Robinson.
Yeah, now they have. So it's vital because as soon say you have the Bucks. Yes,
Yeah,
bro.
four.
Bro, we said this when who has a better chance to repeat? Because as soon as one gets tired, you put in another top tier running back in.
Top tier.
Yeah,
Oh, we were talking about it with
yeah.
Adrian Peterson wanting to go to the Bucks. If we go, say we just go to a team, would it be like, all right, we'll give you, say Saquon isn't happy in the Giants because their offensive line is not good. So we'd be like, all right, we'll give you Stephon Gilmore, help you win the NFC East right there. Sonny Michel, another good running back to help you with the other guy who you really like. And we'll give you, say we'll give you a 2nd round pick, give us Saquon. Bro, have Saquon and Damian Harris. Bro, what? Bro, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Bro, come on. Bro, it all depends on Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Julio Jones and the quarterback.
Yeah.
So speaking of, obviously, wide receiver stuff like that, guys, who are your top 5 wide receivers in the league?
If I do it with I'm gonna do it with like Jones.
Just based on last year, kind of
Okay,
thing.
so Jones is not in it then. Sorry.
I guess not based on last year. Just based on, like, I guess just who you think. Who you think?
Well, I'll put Jones in after, but I'll go Adams based on last year. Adams consistency.
What number is he?
1.
1.
Consistency. I didn't think so at first, but like I saw the havoc that he was causing me in fantasy.
Yeah.
He was always consistent.
Oh, he was on my team. Yeah. No, but his turf toe's killing me.
Yeah, but he's like Adams.
Even when he has a turf toe,
right.
they just lob it up in the end zone. He'll finish with like 20-something.
And then I'll put Hop second. Like deep threat wise, Hop is the best wide receiver in the NFL. Like deep threat.
Deep threat, I might put
threat-wise.
Tyreek.
Nah. We saw what he can do, bro.
Hopkins.
We saw.
Well,
Speaks for himself.
Hopkins wrote.
He's nasty.
Yeah, but he got that. I'm not trying to talk down on him, but that was a great catch. But that was one time that we saw it.
He doesn't do it all the time.
Bro, like that, bro. Tyreek burns defenders at 3-4 times a game.
Yeah,
Burns.
Hopkins is
They're not
better.
even on him.
No, Hop is better than him.
Hopkins.
Okay.
Then I'll put Hill third. Then I'll put Diggs fourth, route running.
Stephon Diggs, yeah.
Yeah, like route running ability, like you know what I'm saying. And then I put Metcalf just because he's a brute. 5.
Okay. What'd you say, Brady?
I'm going Devontae 1.
Yep.
I'm gonna go Diggs 2 for me.
You're
3.
bugging,
I'm
bro.
gonna go.
You're bugging.
Bro,
Three,
fuck
I'm
on
gonna
you.
go Hopkins.
You're bugging. You're bugging, bro.
4. Wait, okay. I put Tyreek Hill 3. Who did I say for 3 before?
You said two Diggs.
You said 3 DeAndre.
Yeah.
Now you're saying 4 DeAndre.
Yes, and then DK 5.
I'm going to say 5 Stephon Diggs.
Mm-hmm.
Last year, he had 127 receptions, 1,535 yards, 8 touchdowns.
That's what I put him to.
4, I have D-Hop. But D-Hop and Tyreek, I have Tyreek at 3.
Mm-hmm.
D-Hop last year, 115 receptions, 1,407 yards, 12 yards per catch, 6 touchdowns. And Stephon Diggs had like 8 yards per catch, something like that. DeAndre Hopkins, 6 touchdowns. But he also had less touchdowns just because of how mobile Kyler Murray was. So it's just like, most of the time he'd be rolling out and just like, he'd be rolling out and just dump it off to the guy right there. He can't be rolling out and throwing it deep every single play. Tyreek Hill 3, we see what he does. Like the speed kills. That's basically why I put him at 3. Speed kills. Every single team, bro, we saw what the Raiders did in 2020 NFL Draft. They got Henry Ruggs, first wide receiver off the board because they wanted to go as fast as they could. Because your corners have to be flying. We see DK Metcalf running. We just saw me, Cole, Devin White, Justin Jefferson, and somebody else just run a 40 to try and see who was faster. Speed kills. Speed is so important. Tyreek Hill had 87 catches, 1,276 yards, 14.7 yards per catch, and 50 touchdowns, but also had kind of only 87 catches because of how dominant Travis Kelce really is. 2, I have Devontae Adams. 115 catches, 1,374 yards, 12 yards per catch, 18 touchdowns.
Consistency. He's just consistency. Like, not even flashiness, but just
he's
consistent. Like,
exactly
taking care of business, route runner.
Number 1, I have healthy Julio Jones.
Obviously. I just didn't put him in.
Healthy Julio Jones.
Julio
If
Jones
not,
I would have put him if he was
Julio Jones in his prime is like one of the best receivers to ever touch like the NFL.
Right.
Like ever. Like top 5 ever.
he's a straight up
agree.
monster.
He's
He only
scary.
played 9 games in
He doesn't even make
2020.
sense.
He had 51 catches in 9 games, 771 yards,
Yeah, Julio-
15
That's goated alone.
15
Yo,
yards
Julio
per
had 9
catch.
games there.
Julio has the highest like average yards in like NFL history. I think it's like
Yes.
95 or something like that.
Bro, it's
Like
95.78 yards per game.
Sense, bro.
His average yards per
not-
season,
301 games.
his average yards per season is like 1,500 and something. Stephon Diggs just hit that this year. Stephon Diggs had 1,535, and that was a big thing. Julio Jones averages that for his career. That's why it's so important. That's why we're making it such a big deal if he comes to the Patriots.
Before-
Yeah,
before-
playing 9 games last year. Almost
God.
300 yards short of 1,000. 15 yards per catch.
Bro.
15
Ready?
and 3 touchdowns.
Ready? 1,500 yards, 1,800 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,400 yards, 1,600 yards, 1,300 yards. All
Yes,
back
bro,
to back
like-
to back.
Last time Julio played a full season was 2018. 113 catches, 1,677 yards, 15 yards per catch. Again, we were talking about consistency with Devontae Adams.
The year before, he kind of played a full year. 15 games.
Yeah. But he only had 8 touchdowns.
Right.
Who's the force?
Julio Jones, for some reason, isn't a red zone threat. He can't really get it done in the red zone because all the attention is on him. Just because how big he is.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he gets all of his production. He had 1,677 yards, but only 8 touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
He gets all of his production in the open field and then can run for those touchdowns.
Yeah.
But within 20 yards, who are you going to look up? We saw what happened with Mike Evans. Somebody would just throw it up play after play after play and beat a touchdown. And Mike Evans isn't even as big as Julio. Even if he is as tall, he's not like built-wise. But yeah, I got 5 Stephon, 4 DeAndre Hopkins, 3 Tyreek Hill, 2 Devontae Adams, and 1 Julio Jones. If Julio Jones, if we're just taking him out, I'd probably do Devontae 1, Tyreek 2, Hopkins 3, Diggs 4. I don't know who would be 5.
DK
Maybe Allen Robinson.
over DK.
Yeah.
You're bugging, bro.
No, because Allen Robinson, half of the passes thrown him are barely catchable.
I put Terry McLaurin over Allen Robinson.
No.
I agree. No
I put
bullshit.
Terry
over- I put
Terry
over-
McLaurin's very good, but Allen Robinson is getting almost the same amount of production
I put Terry over
with
bro.
with less. Mitch Trubisky's passes, we saw Anthony Miller. He burnt Jalen Ramsey on a route last year, and it's still 20 yards over his head. Almost every pass thrown to Allen Robinson is not catchable. The Bears had the least catchable.
Kenny Galladay over.
Kenny Galladay can't stay healthy though. We
that's
haven't
true,
seen
that's
enough.
true.
We haven't seen enough of him.
That's true.
That's why it took him so long to go in free agency because of how unhealthy he is.
All right, quick update. Celtics are losing 74-66.
To the Nets. We were winning by what, 12?
Yeah, but it's still close.
Yeah, I
Still
guess.
third quarter.
Yeah, Julio. Tyler Lockett could be making a push, but he wouldn't be my 5. DK is good.
Solid top 10.
DK is good, but again, like just what he did at Ole Miss, he only runs a few routes, but he's very good at those few routes. You know what I mean? But I feel like the Chicago Bears, they had, I forget what the exact name of it was, but they basically had like the lowest percentage of catchable balls with Mitch Trubisky. And Allen Robinson is getting that production with those terrible thrown passes.
Oh, would you put Keenan Allen?
No.
No?
I'd put Mike Evans over Keenan Allen.
Yo,
No, I
yo,
wouldn't.
Thomas. You know who we're all forgetting? Michael Thomas.
Yeah, Michael
When
Thomas.
he's healthy,
Last year,
when he's
though, he
healthy,
was-
when he's
yeah.
healthy, he's better than almost all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would put Michael Thomas 5.
Michael Thomas when he's healthy is a force.
I'd
He's
put
second.
him.
Michael Thomas in his healthy is
I think I would put Diggs 5. I don't think Michael Thomas is better than Tyreek.
Yeah, yes. Come on.
And
2 years
he-
ago,
Say that again?
do you guys remember Michael Thomas did 2 years
All
ago?
right, I'll put Michael Thomas.
I'll
I'll put. All right, so if I'm not talking about Julio Jones,
Yeah, no, Michael Thomas
It was
is
cheating.
right.
bro, he'd be running little out routes, little slants.
He'll do the same thing every time it'll work.
Literally.
Fuck.
His road running is just insane.
All right, so if we're not doing Julio, I'll go Devontae 1, 2 D-Hop, 3 Michael Thomas, 4 Tyreek, 5 Diggs.
That's fair.
We'll do that.
That's very fair.
All right, Derry, you want to go over the pastor himself, tight end Tim Tebow? What's going on? Like,
All right, so Tim Tebow is officially signed his contract, right? So,
$920,000. Nothing's guaranteed.
Right. So it's officially happening, though. You know what I'm saying? And as last week was talking about how like mixed people's opinions were about this decision, but to show you how popular Tim Tebow really is and always will be, as soon as his jerseys got released, they're the top 5 selling items on the NFL website.
What was it? One Tom.
Yeah, it was like what was it?
Or it might have been
It was
Fields one.
I'll search right now.
I'll see. But what's it called? No, he might have actually been number 1 for a little bit. Let's see.
No, he was number 1 for a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing it on the one that you sent, the picture you sent us.
Yeah.
Do you guys think it's weird that there's no guaranteed money in this contract? He could play this whole year and get nothing. None of it's guaranteed.
I think they did that just to show like that they're not trying to be like completely biased and like just give him free.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I doubt that he's not gonna.
I think there's way too much hype about him. I don't think he's really gonna get really any production as a tight end. He's big, but he can't. He's never played tight end before.
Yeah.
And he's what, 30?
33, I think.
33, bro. Everybody's 33 in the NFL right now. Everybody that we're talking about, at least. He's never played tight end in the NFL. He's never had to go across the middle against an NFL linebacker. Like,
Yeah.
and
he's
I
not
still think
weak
he's going to be
for-
brought in as a motivator. I think he's just going to be brought in to lift up the team.
Maybe even if he doesn't make the team, he still sticks around as like.
No, he'll make the team.
Yeah.
If they're going out to sign him, I think he'll make the team.
Why?
I mean, he's been in
Even
the
if
gym, but, like,
Urban
I don't know.
Meyer's going to push him
I'm
onto the
concerned about
roster.
the speed, like being gone for
I
that long
just
and
feel like
going
that's
against.
such a
Yeah.
wasted roster spot, in my opinion.
Like, what is he gonna do? Block? Like,
What
Can't
is
even
it?
block, bro. He doesn't know the technique, and yeah, he can learn it, but you're learning against your teammates.
In an NFL.
But
imagine he comes
Jag-
to the
You're
shops.
versing a DN.
Bro, Jaguars D-line is a
And
joke.
you know people are gonna go after him too. Like, oh yeah, you think you're
Exactly,
Bro,
that's what I'm saying,
if
bro.
I'm a DN, I'm an all-pro DN.
You wanna show
Do
him
the
what-
Jaguars play the Browns? I'll look it up right now. Bro, imagine Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett coming off the edge, and
Right.
Tim Tebow's trying to block him.
Right.
Like, cause he's going against in practice.
I would run right through him.
Bro, he's in practice going against the Jaguars D line. They're a joke. He is not blocking anybody good.
Yeah.
Like, so they're playing the Saints, the Cowboys, the Broncos. The Broncos he's going to have a hard time against if he tries to block. The Bengals, the Cardinals with J.J. Watt and Chandler Jones.
Sheesh.
He's going to have a terrible game. The Dolphins, the
He's not
Titans,
even gonna play, bro. He's not even gonna
the
make
Bills, the Seahawks, the Colts, he's going to have a terrible game. The 49ers, he's going to have a terrible game. The Rams, he's going to have a bad game. The Falcons, the Jets, the Patriots, he's going to have a terrible game. And then the Colts again.
I don't think
He's blocking nobody. Everybody's going right past him. Like I was just saying, he can learn the technique in 3 months, but it's not going to be the same
Right.
in practice
Not
and
gonna
in
be the
game.
same.
It's not the same. Derry, you want to start covering some of this NBA play-in talk?
Yeah. So
What's going on?
The NBA playing like just concluded, and most games went how like you would expect, except the Warriors got upset yesterday by the Grizzlies, and so that begs the question like, is the play-in worth it or not? Because if there wasn't a play-in, the Warriors would have been in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
and it's one of those things too. Yes, the NBA got like good ratings because of having a play-in, because like the Lakers Warriors game, for instance, right? But you know the NBA isn't happy about Steph Curry going home early.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that would have
Yeah.
the way Steph Curry was playing this season,
Everyone
and
wanted-
it's kind
I
of
wanted
bad
to
luck
watch
too,
it.
because you know what I'm saying? Because like,
They made a good comeback in the second half, too.
It's kind of bad luck too. Because think about it, right? Like they basically were about to beat the Lakers and they're about to get the 7th seed. Then they lose that game because LeBron makes a nonsense shot.
Right.
Then they lose to the Grizzlies because they're tired because they just went really hard against the Lakers.
And it
So
went to OT.
it's tough. It's
It was
tough.
a close
It's
game.
tough.
So the Pacers, the Indiana Pacers beat the Charlotte Hornets 144-117 for the chance at the 8th seed. The Celtics beat the Wizards 118-100 for the 7th seed. Tatum dropped 50. We were there to watch it. The Grizzlies beat the Spurs 100-96 for a chance at the 8th seed in the West. The Lakers beat the Warriors 103-100 with LeBron shooting it with basically looking at 3 rims, aiming for the middle with a finger in his eye.
3 rooms.
I don't know if it was that bad.
Nah, because
Bro, when I
like,
get my eye poked, I can see
it just kind of get
after.
blurry. I
Yeah,
believe him.
I
believe him.
guess.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's different when you're in the NBA game.
Yeah,
like,
and it's Draymond.
Sweat and all
It's
that
Draymond.
too. You don't
I
know
believe.
what's
so
him.
yeah, the
You don't
Lakers,
know what's on Draymond's
Yeah.
fingernails. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
the Lakers locked up the 7th seed with that win. Then the loser of the 7 and 8 game plays the winner of the 9 and 10 game. So the Wizards, who lost to get the 7th seed, played the Pacers, and they beat the Pacers 142-115 for the 8th. And the Grizzlies, like how you were just saying, beat the Warriors 117-112 for the 8th seed, with John Morant coming in clutch at the end of that game. Yeah, most of them went the way. I thought the Hornets game was going to be closer.
Yeah.
I really did think that one was going to be closer. I thought
That
the
was
Wizards
surprising.
game was going to be closer. But Westbrook didn't really do anything against the Celtics. Bradley Beal went crazy. What was Bradley Beal's stats in that game? Do you know?
Which
What do you have, like 20?
against the
But against the Celtics, what do you have, 28, 32 or something?
I think he had it in the 20s.
yeah
He had a good game though. I think he almost had a triple double.
yeah
And then what it's let me see what Steph had yesterday.
he had like 36, I believe, 35, maybe more. No, he had a 39. I think. I'm gonna say he had 39. Let's see.
Against the Grizzlies.
Westbrook.
I think he had 39. He had 39. Yeah.
He had 39.
So it's one of those things too. Like, it's just like the NBA would have fans too would have much rather seen like Steph in the playoffs.
Because if the Warriors got the 8th seed, they would have to go against who's the one? The Jazz.
Jazz,
I
yeah.
will say
And
this,
the
though.
Warriors have a chance of upsetting the Jazz.
Like,
If
obviously,
Steph
'cause-
Curry's hot,
You know, what I'm
he
saying?
just
Like,
has no
this is
help.
that's my only thing I'm playing too, because like anything can happen in one game, and it just derails your whole season when you
Right.
earn the 8th seed.
They went what? What was the Warriors record this year?
I don't even know.
They're like 38 and 33 or something like
Just
I'm a-
imagine.
that. They were 39 and 33.
In my
that's what I'm
opinion, they went 39 and 33 with just Steph.
saying.
Wait till Clay
no,
comes
it's over.
back
It's
next
actually
year.
over. It's actually over. They're gonna.
I really think they're gonna win the championship.
They
this year.
could. No, they could. They could. Because people forget too that Clay.
They won 73 games with Clay, Steph, and Draymond.
Right. So imagine now with
What's the
Wiggins,
score of the game?
with Wiggins and you have Wiggins now. You have Wiseman.
Yep.
And if Wiggins does what he's supposed to,
73,
and
78, we're losing.
that's not bad.
the Warriors got like a gem. Jordan Poole
Yep.
became their second best option down the stretch. If he was like, no, the Warriors are gonna win a championship. Like,
I think they're
not
gonna go
easily,
back.
but they're gonna get the
It's
West.
gonna be more like their
No
first
one in the-
championship.
no
The
one knows
Jazz,
beating them.
the Jazz and the Grizzlies is going to be such a boring series.
Yeah, but
Like, I'm not watching
No,
that.
but honestly, the rest of the series look really good. Like
Dallas
toss-ups.
just beat the Lakers for 4 and 5. Denver and
Clippers, yeah.
Portland, I think Portland will win. I do. Then the Lakers and the Suns, that's going to be close. Chris Paul and LeBron going against each other for the first time
These
in
are
the
good
playoffs.
series. Like a lot of these are toss-ups, like, except for the Jazz and Grizzlies. That's boring. And then,
Yeah, the Jazz will win.
the
Unless
Nets-
Jaw
the Nets and Celtics.
carries. And then Philadelphia 76ers have the number 1 seed in the East against the number 8 seed Washington Wizards. Philly's going to win.
It's like 6 maybe.
You think it'll go to 6? I
Yeah.
think it'll be 5.
I think because I think
It depends on Westbrook.
Westbrook and Beal like could.
The Knicks will beat the Hawks most likely for 4 and 5, but I think that'll go
going to
7.
Thank you. Yeah, that's going to 7.
The Bucks and the Miami.
also going
Chris
7.
Middleton
That's going
just
7.
Chris Middleton just hit a game winner. Milwaukee's up 1-0. Milwaukee's 3. Miami's 6 seed, and then Brooklyn and Boston. Boston's only down by 4 points right now.
Yeah, I think the Celtics will get.
That'll go 6.
Nah, you're about.
It'll go 6.
No, without Brown, no.
It'll go 6. We're gonna get either. We gotta get at least one at home. We'll get one at home. I don't know. It depends on Kemba. If Kemba's knocking down threes like how he did the other night, oh my god. Everybody was going crazy. Every single bucket, everybody was going nuts. So do you guys think with these teams in here now, do you think anything's really going to get shaken up?
Like any upsets?
Do you think the Lakers had a better chance at 7 or at 8 if they lost against the Warriors? Because
It
then it would be
didn't
the
matter.
Warriors against the Phoenix. And then the Lakers against the Utah. And then whoever win would play Clippers, Dallas, if the Lakers won against the Jazz.
I don't think it really mattered to them
Really?
because as long as LeBron and AD are healthy, they're gonna as good as the Jazz and Suns are. Their dispatchers them easily.
Yeah, that's true. What about the Warriors? If they won that 7 seed, they would go against Phoenix.
I would have said they would have had a better chance against the.
Do you think they would have won against Phoenix, though?
No, I would have said they had a better chance against the Jazz just because especially since Donovan Mitchell is just coming back from injury.
What about the Celtics? If they got 8th seed, if we lost and then won, we would have to play 76ers.
With Brown, I would have said we would have won.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, because we killed them last
exactly. I mean, granted, Ben Simmons wasn't there, but with Brown, because when you look at the East, right? Like the Heat and Celtics are teams that are.
Ooh. Sorry, go on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like the Heat and Celtics are teams that they're 6 and 7, but we all know like they're in the Eastern Conference Finals last year. Like they're both
Yep.
better teams. So
Who do you think has a better chance to get out? Actually, no, it's the Heat. I was gonna say Heat or Celtics. Oh, I was gonna say if the Wizards won against us, it'd be Wizards Nets.
Right.
Russell Westbrook,
I would have liked that series. more.
KD, but Russell Westbrook and Joel Embiid hate each other.
Exactly.
So it's gonna be a good
Yeah.
series to watch.
Yeah.
They hate each other.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. Do you think any teams really have a chance at an upset?
The Mavs could upset the Clippers. Could.
I would like.
Yeah,
to
but
see
that's
that.
not really an upset because
That's
it's
an
4 or
upset.
5.
No, because if you think about all the things that happened with the Clippers last year,
Yeah, that's true.
it's just
If they lose
don't
in the
win
first
this year,
round-
if they don't, no, even if they don't make,
You know what's
it's
crazy?
finals or bust. For
You know
Do
what's
you think
crazy?
that-
It's so crazy to call a 2 beating a 7 an upset, but the Suns could upset the Lakers
They could.
just because of the injuries.
Denver could beat Portland, but Portland could also very well beat Denver for a
That's a toss-up.
6-3.
That's a 7-game series, I think.
What about Milwaukee and Miami?
I don't trust the Bucks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't trust the Bucks.
I don't think
They
they.
could go 6 or 7.
You know what Giannis said?
What?
Giannis said he was like, "Oh yeah, we could lose against the Heat." Bro, I was like, "All right, that's not that big of a deal," but you don't really go out and say, "Yeah, we could lose." Like everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. What do you say?
Same thing like with Brad Stevens.
Oh yeah, he said
Yeah.
like if I'm just
He said, "I'm just a fan. I don't see them losing or something."
Oh
like
no,
that.
he said yeah. If I'm just a fan, strictly a fan, I don't see the Nets
Like, you're
losing or
not a
something like
fan,
that.
Bro. You're an NBA coach.
Right, you got offered by Indiana for like 17 million a year. Like, all right, I think that's all for the 14th episode of DBD Sports Show. Let's give it a round of applause. You said this is our what, 3rd month doing this thing? 4th month?
Started
About
February.
3rd. Yeah.
So we started in February. Wow.
So going
Yeah.
on towards soon.
Before we sign off, make sure you guys follow us on all of our socials: Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, app, DBD Sports Show, everything. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Thank you.